Good morning, interwebs. It is 7:38 in the evening and I'm just now picking up the camera. So today I woke up to the sounds of weird construction-y type things. Today's big thing in the parlor here is that hole in the ground, which has air blowing up out of it because you can see right under the window there's the old vent. Well, we moved it this direction. That way when we put a corner couch situation or even just couches against either wall, we'll no longer have the issue of the one and only vent to this room being underneath it. So that is that. Now technically this room had two vents. There's one over here under this window that we disconnected years ago. The heat never came out hot. Like, this is too far a run from the heater and through the basement and then all the way through this room. The air would always blow out of it cold. So we just capped it off at the heater. So there's only one vent to this room, which is plenty because we mostly heat by wood stove. It really is just it's really just a kind of big deal during the summer when it's hot and we're trying to run the air conditioning. So now that will be better. And then I spent the rest of my morning helping my daughter with her fair projects, and she's working on her skirt, chugging away. Again, we picked a project that was more difficult than I thought about when we picked it. It's just what I do, apparently for myself as well as my children. And then I worked on, I'm going to put Roman shades in the parlor. And this is the fabric. It has seed packets on it. So I'm impressed on making those. I cut the 3 Roman shades out today, the lining and the fabric. And I've started sewing it over here. And I'm about to go make dinner. I stood up and my long skirt had kind of gotten tangled with the bottom of the curtain. So when I stood up, it pulled my shears, my very nice sharp Ginger shears, off my table. And they fell on my foot and cut my toe open. So now I have a boo-boo. But I have it taped. It probably looks worse than it is. I don't know. It was bleeding quite a bit. But I had to wrap gauze around it. Because number 1, we're out of Band-Aids of the right size. And number 2, I'm terrible at getting Band-Aids to stay on my toes. So gauze just worked better. So that is all taped up. And now I'm going to go limp into the other room and find something for us to eat. For lunch today, I made scrambled eggs with scallop squash and cottage cheese in them, and they were super good. And we had our first tomatoes of the year. I mean, we've been eating like cherry tomatoes and stuff off the vine, but my sons went and picked a bunch of cherry tomatoes, like a bowl of them, which I cut up into a tomato salad. And Steve went and harvested the first of the tomatoes off our plants. So there were a couple in there that were actually already ripe. So we got those because you actually, rather than picking them when they're like super red, which I know is what lots of people do, our local extension office has suggested that you pick them when they just get a little bit of a blush. They're still mostly green, but they just turn just a little bit pink. You pick them then, it prevents bird damage and bug damage, and then you let them ripen off the vine inside. They taste just as good, and it actually helps with some of the like disease problems we have around here. So Steve picked me about half a bucket full. We use like the 5-gallon. The buckets of the drywall mud, ironically, has come in for our various endeavors. We've cleaned them out and we use those. So we had some tomato salad with our eggs, and that was good. And now I don't know what I'm gonna go make. Which is the only problem because I probably should have started making it a little while ago. I think I actually have some squash maybe in the fridge already that's already cooked. So maybe I'll just make some rice and do something like that. I'll go check on that. Now that my toe seems to be holding up. Like, it just happened and I was sad. It was scary too. I was just glad it didn't hurt my floor though, or cut my toe off. Either one. But oh, I also posted the pattern today for the Inspiritment shawl. It's a Patreon patron exclusive. If you're interested in making that shawl, you can find the pattern over on Patreon. Patreon.com/hookedbyhappenstance. Why don't I say it again? Because I like to say websites twice. Patreon.com/hookedbyhappenstance. So that's a thing, and that was fun to write up. I meant to put it out yesterday, but I talked to you in the car on the way to soccer. I didn't talk to you afterwards because I was pooped. So we get to Manhattan for Steve's soccer game and find out that he remembered the wrong time. He remembered like an hour early, so we had an extra hour that we were there. So we went and grabbed dinner for me and the kids. Steve ate after, and got some more cat food and ran errands like that. Then went back to the soccer field, and then afterwards we went to Menards. But that also meant that everything was an hour later on the back end than Steve and I had thought. So went to Menards, got 2 of the 4 cabinets we need because we can only fit that many in the car. We'll get 2 more next time. It was all planned that way, so it wasn't like that was a surprise. And then we got home and I was tired and Steve was about ready to leave for work, so he did, and I did some puttering around. Did I work on my pattern? I don't even remember what I did last night. I did something. I edited videos till I fell asleep. I edited videos. That's what I did, because I edited the We Meant to Write Sooner and the vlog. So I put those up, or exported those last night while I was sleeping. Got up this morning and I've been in zombie mode all day. I've been really, really super tired. Took a long nap this afternoon after lunch. The coffee has kicked in both this morning and right now. Hopefully things will look up, and the noise level is getting louder, so clearly I need to go feed the natives because they are getting restless. Alrighty, so today's creative endeavors, we're working on the Roman shades, which are going to look like this. It's all folded up, and I've been painting, so my hands are painty, so I'm not going to touch it right now. But this one is done and ready to have, it has the rings and everything sewn on. It's ready to just have the wood parts done tomorrow and then have it fit into the window. So that's pretty excited to like run the ropes and things. But it went pretty easily, and I have 2 more to make and they're all cut out. I just need to do the sewing, and the thing that actually takes a while is marking and hand stitching the little rings on the back. But I'll show you that as it's done. Then I started working on my barn square, a barn quilt square for the fair. So that is done. I'm gonna go put this where the cats won't jump on it. I'm not sure where that is, but there's got to be somewhere in our house where they won't, right? I hope. And now I'm still wearing my painting clothes, so now I'm gonna attack the wall with the glitter paint, and then I think I'm gonna go to bed. But I have to get that glitter paint done before I go to bed tonight. Oh, and I'm going to go put a coat of paint on my thing for the wall in the kitchen. I'm going to go put a coat of paint on the thing for the wall, the window that I'm painting, and then I'm going to glitter paint. And then I'm going to go to bed. And I will see you all tomorrow. Nighty-night.